Teamsters. The name means power. Worker power. When you talk about the American dream, you have to talk about the Teamsters.
The Teamsters catches the romance of the labor movement, the fact that we've got a reputation as being the union that's out there fighting for our members. People imagine the big trucks going down the highway. There's a certain romance about the Teamsters Union, I think, and we want to be the union that does produce.
Without the Teamsters, the American dream would be just that. Only a dream.
This is a dream come true. A poor boy that never thought I'd have an opportunity to even work in a facility like this, let alone be a part of something as great as the Teamsters.
Since 1903, the Teamsters Union has been on the front line of the fight for dignity and respect for working people, on the job and in their communities.
You can look anyone in the eye, you're equal. You're not down here, the boss is up here. We're on an even playing field.
We have a 40-hour work week and we're not required to work more.
Through the Teamster contract, I make a very good living and I can't complain.
The 40-hour work week, the minimum wage, Social Security, the right to organize, workplace safety and health, protection from discrimination. These are now laws of the land because Teamsters fought and in some cases died for them.
When I look at Teamsters, they not just represent one profession under the umbrella. This is the most beautiful thing about Teamsters, okay? They represent professions from all walks of life.
From UPS to Northwest Airlines, from trucking to healthcare, from state and municipal government to the food service industry, 1.5 million workers enjoy some of the best wages, pensions, and healthcare benefits of any workers in America. Why? Because they are Teamsters, and they're united and strong.
I've got people here that care about me, and that I care about them.
No other group of workers in the world is as proud of their union as our Teamster members.
Before I became a Teamster, I wanted to be a Teamster. I seen the Teamsters go out into places and accomplish things that I thought were impossible. And why I say that is because my father used to work for a soda company, and that's where I first saw the Teamsters with him.
My father showed us the way. We're very, very fortunate, okay, to be able to work as truck drivers as we grew up, and to be able to make a real decent living for our families.
I think it's done a lot for my family, my dad. My dad's been in it his whole life, and I just got in it like August of last year, and I think it's a very good thing.
The International Brotherhood of Teamsters is the most democratic, member-controlled major union in America.
We're democratically elected leadership, which most international unions don't have.
Only the Teamsters Union has direct elections of its international officers by its members. Only the Teamsters Union actively ensures the rights of members to participate directly in local union affairs. Only the Teamsters Union ensures the autonomy of its local unions in alliance with a strong international union.
The Teamsters are different from any other union, and actually I think we have the best structure, and that's very local union driven. It's the decisions of the local unions and the joint councils, and then we help provide them resources to put together the programs at that level.
I have fought all my life for my rights, and those not gonna take it away from me now. They just say big enough. They big, but they ain't that big.
We're here to support the overnight drivers and their quest to become Teamsters.
We are standing up for what's right. We are standing up for our brothers in the labor movement. Stop doing business with overnight until they come clean with the American worker.
Teamster members are proud of their union because they know that the Teamsters will always fight for them when employers and politicians try to take advantage of working people.
Being in the Teamsters to me means having all kinds of security of your job, like in other places. If you miss one day, they might fire you, and here you're protected by the Teamsters.
Job security is important.
Having the sense of protection, for years to come, that's always a good feeling, knowing that you can establish your life and you can set your life accordingly because you are protected. You can sleep in peace knowing that you have a job the next day.
The Teamsters Union is leading the fight for fair trade laws.
I'm personally completely against NAFTA.
NAFTA has been an absolute eye-opener for a lot of our members.
Safety and health on the job.
We tend to work in a much safer work environment because we have a large input from all the different safety union member representatives.
And against anti-labor efforts to roll back the rights of working people.
The working people of this country needs to stand up and send all the CEOs that's making millions of dollars a month a message.
If we go up the channels and nothing happens, then we contact our union. They come in, then something happens.
We're able to communicate to the company that this is not just a labor management problem. This is about good jobs and decent standards. Customers care about it, their investors care about it. People are watching them.
The Teamsters Union is as diverse as our nation itself.
It's a big family. It's one that no matter where you go in the United States, you run across another Teamster and you've got something in common.
Our members drive the trucks that supply American homes and businesses, serve on the law enforcement units that keep our families and communities safe, and care for us when we are sick or injured. And Teamsters can expect to earn 30% more than their non-union counterparts in the same industry.
I've worked other places where it was non-union, and I know now, I've known for years that you must work for a union in order to be paid a decent wage in this country.
Without the union, can absolutely guarantee you our wages would be in the dumper.
Our members enjoy health benefits that protect Teamster families.
We have good health care. That was actually the big perk when we first started this job, was our benefits.
And a pension that will provide well-earned benefits after their dignified service is completed.
The unionized sector are so far ahead of the unorganized part of the industry, they don't have pensions. While in our industries that are organized through our division, we have pensions.
Under the contract we have with the company, they put so much money into your pension fund.
It's going to keep my purchasing power up, I know that.
It's fantastic. You can't beat it.
We need some kind of representation, and we've chosen the Teamsters to do that.
I think port drivers are excited about becoming Teamsters because they see the kind of pride the Teamsters themselves, truck drivers, warehousemen, dock workers, healthcare workers, police officers, all of those that enjoy the brotherhood of being a Teamster is exhibited in a way with such passion in the workplace.
Our membership sets the union's priorities and achieves these goals through their own disciplined efforts and the professional expertise of their staff at the local and international levels. The Teamsters Union is strong because its membership is united and understands the importance of solidarity.
So many of us through our Teamsters, we all feel like we're all one big family.
If anything, I think the union membership's getting stronger and stronger as time goes on.
It's also strong because the union has a dedicated and effective staff of professionals fighting for its members.
They are the watchdogs to see that parity is upheld, that somebody's not playing Monty Hall in some part of the country, signing a sweetheart contract that'll affect somebody else in another part of the country. So that's how we service our members.
In Washington, D.C., the Teamsters have experts in nearly every field, protecting the interests of members in every industry. The Teamsters Washington headquarters provides Teamster locals with support in the areas of politics and education, bargaining and research, communications and pensions, health and safety, and health benefit support unparalleled in the labor movement. Our trade divisions work closely with each Teamster department to negotiate and enforce pro-Teamster contracts with employers. They ensure that the union's interests are made known to politicians at the city, state, and national levels. While all Americans have their voices heard on Election Day, Teamster voices are heard year-round.
We have a presence on Capitol Hill like never before, so they know that we're players, that we have an independent streak about us. We have our own rallies, but we're in there pushing the great issues that are important to working families in America.
Our lobbyists deal with Congress daily on a wide range of issues, from safety and health to the importance of trade agreements that protect the standards of fairness that Americans have come to expect.
Over the years, we've built a staff that I think is the best staff in the labor community. We present the whole package to members of Congress as well as to the local unions and the leadership that we're aware of the issues, and because we're such a diverse union, we're involved in many, many issues.
We have the best legislative staff in the country, bar none. Business, labor unions, that's why we're on top of our game right now.
Every politician knows well the unity and power behind 1.5 million Teamster voices. They have also learned that ignoring the International Brotherhood of Teamsters can be risky business.
We're trying to make these politicians more accountable to our members. That's our goal.
We have a big sign on our building in Washington. We're Teamsters, we vote.
Employers recognize the strength and power those 1.5 million members bring to the negotiating table. Teamster members set the priorities for contract negotiations and vote on whether or not to accept a contract.
We have one of the better contracts of all the area departments.
Well, it's the best contract we've ever seen. Nobody's got anything like that on the road like us.
While Teamster members have the right to strike if a contract is not fair, more than 90% of contracts are settled without a strike because employers recognize the power of the Teamsters. And a strike can only be initiated if the members decide through a vote that they want to strike. Simply put, Teamster members make the decisions.
When we started here, it was iffy, but with the union, best thing we did.
We're all in it together. Our union is nothing more than one large extended family. So we are concerned about every member.
That's the democratic way. That's the Teamster way.
I see the Teamsters movement, the Teamsters Union, as the true reformers. We believe in free democratic unions. We believe in corruption-free unions. We believe we now have the mechanism to control that.
It is our democratic process that protects members and ensures that we run an effective, honest union.
There's no question that the mob had a certain amount of influence within our union as well as other unions as well as many businesses. And we don't want any part of that.
Our members set a priority to root out corruption at every level, and Teamster staff and officers have done just that by instituting the most rigorous anti-corruption practices of any union.
That's what Project Rise is about for us internally. We're going to show the world that we care, that we can live to a code of ethics, one that sets the highest standards in the labor industry.
It represents a Teamster consensus on how to protect the union from corruption. If you operate a union according to the code, you're not going to have an organized crime problem.
Our unity over the years has won us a piece of the American dream. Each of us can feel pride in the life we have built through decades of hard work. But we didn't do it alone. It's the strength of the Teamsters as a union that has made much of this possible. We are pleased to welcome you to this tradition and look forward to the victories we can achieve together for you and your family. We are the Teamsters, and we're proud to have you with us.